Hello and welcome to Fashion Report Friday, the weekly video series trying to get you the most MGP from the Gold Saucer every Friday when judging begins for the Fashion Report minigame. This is week 407 and the theme is Academic at Ease. Individually, you've got clues Rest and Relaxation for your helm, Scala Back for your chest, Leader of the Ring Band for our gloves, and Ride the Tides for our boots. In this video, we have a 100 score, an 80 with dies, and the easiest 80 we could come up with. Without further ado, for a 100 score, I personally went for the Crescent Moon Cone. This is something you can craft with Weaver or purchase from the market board. Alternatively, you can go for the Crescent Moon Nightcap as well. That also is crafted with Weaver and is market tradable. For our chest piece then, I personally went for the Scarlet Jacket of Casting. You can go for any of the chest pieces that drop from the last boss or the chest before the last boss in the Drowned City of Scala, a Stormblood dungeon, which of course is accessible even on your free trial, or you can go at level 100 and solo this very easily. Any of the jackets will work, but I went for the casting one to match with the boots, which we'll talk about in a moment. Next up then, for our gloves, you really want to go for the leather ring bands. This item is accessible from low-level city-state armor vendors, such as Gwalter in the Steppes of Thal for 156 gil. You can purchase this from the level 1 to 9 tab, and honestly, these are usable by everybody in the game at such a low level, there really doesn't need to be any other alternatives mentioned. Moving on to our feet then, as I mentioned earlier with the jacket, I went for the casting jacket because of the Shisui requirement for the actual feet. So any of the Shisui of the Violet Tides feet should work, but obviously in this case I went for the casting one as that's the one that I managed to get from the Shisui of the Violet Tides, also a Stormblood related dungeon, and shouldn't pose too much of an issue even to free trial players who can queue into this. Alternatively though, you can also go for the Fair Zori, which is part of a Moonfire Fair outfit you can purchase from the Mog Station cash shop, or of course, if you've had it before, you can go to a recompense officer and get back the 2017 Moonfire Fair feat in this case. The 100 isn't too bad considering it's accessible and doesn't require too many things outside of the game beyond a certain level, but we can probably do better. For an 80 with dies, as you can see, I've got Coral Pink on any weapon, gloves and feet in the game. These can be purchased from the Sahagin vendor, one of the A Realm Reborn beast tribes, for 334 gil per pot. Additionally, we've got Pearl White on any helm and chest in the game. That can be acquired from Skybuilder scripts, 500 of them from the Firmament of Ishgard. And then finally, we've got an NPC vendor purchase die in the form of Slate Grey, which costs 216 gil, and we've applied that to any legs in the game. With those dies on your character and something equipped in every slot, regardless of gear, you will get an 80 score guaranteed. So the 80 with dies, not too bad, but we can make it even easier. Since all we need is 80 points for the maximum MGP, you can go and get those leather ring bands from obviously Gwalter or any other NPC, low-level city-state NPC in the starting city-states, such as Uldar's Gwalter, and you can dye those rose pink dye. Rose pink is something that is accessible from any dye merchant, such as Nanabe or, of course, Kasumi over here in the Gold Saucer itself. And then you want to get any legs and any feet, dye the legs Slate Grey dye, which again is NPC vendor purchase dye, and any feet, dye those rose pink. So if you have those leather ring bands dyed rose pink, any legs Slate Grey, and any feet rose pink, and have something equipped in every slot of gear, you will get an 80 score that way as well. Hopefully this was helpful. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.